So, it's been a hot minute since we played last. Um,
Indeed.
so let's take a little bit of time to recap where we're at. You guys went to Grimskala. You're there with Villain Harple, who is one of the members of the Arcane Brotherhood. Do you know? Does anybody remember why she's there? If not, I'll give you the answer.
Oh, I absolutely do not.
Yeah,
She
I was gonna say the only thing I know is because you told us she was there.
she is seeking the Rime of the Frostmaiden, which is a incantation that she needs to speak in order to get past a glacier.
Right, right.
And then that can be
So,
found in the Cyrodiil of the White, which is somewhere in this location.
Is it
gotcha.
is it possible that you could give Raven a, sh a short rest and give him his health back from hit dice,
Yeah,
please?
I think we already did that, or at
Yeah, yeah,
least
we had
Well,
one in the hut.
I
Everybody
I
took a
I
short rest.
understand. I understand that. I'm asking him if he could do that on the character sheet to
Oh,
reflect it.
sorry.
Oh, are you playing
Who's
Raven?
yeah?
I
Who's
don't know
got the
who's playing
character
it.
sheet?
I've got it up, but I just was looking at it. So like, whoever wants to play can play it.
I can do it if I'll yeah. Let me pull up his character sheet and then I'll is he
So
is he
I'm
is
good.
he not is going to be in or is he just coming in late?
He said he might be a little bit late, so he's
Okay.
good.
Well,
He's reset. He's got all his short rest abilities back. I put him up to max hit points because he was only down a couple.
Thank you, good sir.
No problem. Good catch. So Blaine Harple's looking for the Cyrodiil of the White, which is supposed to be like an ancient tome containing knowledge. You guys made it to Grimskala and encountered Sethek as well as a ice giant. Fought both of them, and then afterwards you were like, okay, let's count the money, which was the first hour, and then rest up, which was the second hour in the tiny hut. And that's where you're currently at right now. Is there anything during that hour of rest that anybody wants to try to do or anybody wants to say?
so I just say we spend that time coming up with a plan of attack and sharpening weapons and prepping spells and I mean
I would like to say something to everybody.
Pep talk.
You got you guys have been a part of my life and brought me up from nothing. Helped me along the way, and I've done my best to help you. I feel as though I have so much more to give, and I'm so happy to be able to be fighting next to you. And I know that because you guys faced death with me, looked her in the face, helped me find the light again. I know that we can get through this. I have no doubt in my mind that we will take her down. We will, if we can't take her down, we're definitely going to take the rock down, which will help us all in the end. I just have to say thank you all. I know I've been lost in my mind for the last couple days since this all happened, but I just really have to say thank you. And we've got this because we're here for a reason.
Bring it in, buddy. Bring it in.
Give you a big fucking hug.
We've definitely seen some stuff. We've been through a lot. even though some of us have different goals in mind, but we work well as a team.
And
And
hopefully we can start up the fighting pits again for Familiar Fire.
we've been through the thick of it, so this isn't the end.
Gon gives everybody a hug. And I mean, like, at the same time.
Oh man, all right, all right, all right.
You definitely got to
And
wash that banana.
it's just like a week worth of, gore crusted on him.
Blood stains everywhere.
And then he steps back and kind of cracks his neck, knuckles, and just readies himself to fight. So let's go kill something.
Have to wait for the
looks
rock.
around. So after we kill this thing, I get my book, right? You guys can have whatever else is around here. I need.
We are having a moment.
Looks around a little bit sheepishly. If there was a
Remind us
corner
again.
to a dome, she would try to find it.
Remind us again what this book does.
It's basically like an occult artifact that has the exact incantation that I need to part the Ragahead Glacier and head into the lost city of Netheril. There's a powerful
Sounds
magical
pretty.
artifact that I need.
Sounds pretty. Can I come?
Yeah, you can have your headache pages.
Yeah,
Would
I'll
I be
probably
able to accompany you there?
I'll probably need a couple people to help me out if you prove yourselves more than capable.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. You chose us. So obviously we've already proven ourselves capable. You chose us, remember that.
Yeah, if we accomplish what we're setting out to do here, I'm pretty sure that proves that we're capable.
And if we're not, it won't matter.
Pretty much.
All right. So, aside from that, as far as prep, I think all of my spells and crap are good to hook. And
Oh,
I got nothing.
did everybody roll an extra 1d6 for their hit die?
For the what?
Oh, because of Song of Rest. I can do a performance while we do our short rest, and everybody regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Do we?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but that's a. How often can you do that? It's like every long rest or something, right?
No, it's every short rest. I can do it as many short rests as I want. There's no limit to how often I can do
okay.
rest.
All right. I was cool. I was just saying to use if it was a matter of sparing slots. Like if anybody's like, is anybody hurting that bad right now?
No.
I was hurting pretty bad, but I'm better now. But I ran way the fuck in front of everybody. And
I'd say if we don't need it, let's not use any buffs until like we get to the target.
yeah, well, it's not a buff. Like I said, I can do it as often as I want. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Fuck it.
It's
Yeah, I
a
guess if
bard
anybody
thing.
needs it. Does anybody know what No, you said Raven was good. Yeah, we're good to hook. Do we have a direction? Do we know where we're going?
Dude, I just realized I've got an ability called Saving Face, where once per short rest, if I miss with an attack or fail an ability check, I can redo the roll.
And I believe you
That's
get to
what's up.
add something based off of the amount of allies that are in your
Yeah.
vicinity.
You know, bonus equal to the number of allies I can see within 30 feet, max 5.
Yep.
Dude,
That's all of it.
I was paying for 3 months before I figured out how the great weapon specialty worked, and so I missed all that too.
Oh,
Shit
shit.
happens. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I'm gonna start moving if everybody's ready to go. And or if preferably somebody that's smarter than me or knows the way is going, but I'm getting antsy and I want to move.
So you
And
guys get
that's
ready to break camp as the hour draws to a close. Everybody gets the feeling like something is in the back of their mind as a alien presence kind of reaches out and just like almost like a little handshake wants to intrude in. Does anybody allow it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
How did you describe it? As a gentle handshake?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do it.
Mm.
You hear in every single language that you speak almost simultaneously, "Hello. What are you doing in my castle?"
We're here for the trials.
But does he speak out loud, or is he having this in his head?
Which is it?
Both.
So if you say that, we're gonna be like, who's he talking to?
Yeah, we know we're here for the. What's he doing?
I'm gonna use message to whisper that somebody's in my head and they know we're here.
I've faced worse, and I'm gonna start heading towards the door. Meh.
If you seek the trials, go to the basement. Talk to Rufus, my attaché, and he will guide you on what better way to do these trials. Should you seek further information, I will be in the throne room.
Duly noted. I think we met Rufus.
Thank you, goddess. Wink, wink.
You see Verlaine is sitting there. You could tell she's communicating telepathically, but she's not saying anything out loud. And she picks herself up, dusts herself off. She's like, well, it's time to do this. And she starts heading towards the north part. What is everybody else doing?
Following.
Yeah, going with her, I guess.
Looks like she's leading the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her if somebody was just in her head as well.
Yes. I told her that I sought the Cyrodiil of the White. And she said if I proved myself worthy, I could peruse its pages. Figure it's the path of least resistance.
Yeah, so I told her that we were here for the trials, which would probably be a good way to prove your worth. However, she told me to talk to Rufus, and I'm pretty sure Rufus is that smear we left outside.
I don't know. It's weird. It seems that she has a lot of influence over this area. I asked her, the trials are in the basement.
Yeah, which
She's
is where we are, right?
well, no. She points further up north. Let me get my ping out. That stairwell right there leads
Okay.
down into the basement where the trials are at. And then she looks across and points up where you guys chase Sephic. The Frostmaiden's up there.
Yeah, I say we don't go up there.
The
Yeah, fighting a rock is one thing. Fighting a demigod is
yeah.
another thing entirely.
Where could we find this rock?
On the roof, I'm guessing.
It would probably be a good assumption, and then I will even say that Ravenloft, since he flew up, would have seen what looked like a nest. I believe I described that up on
Yeah.
top.
All right. Cool. I am going to take that route. How do I get there?
Which way are you going?
I'm going towards the roof.
Alright, so you would want to go through there.
And I'm gonna say that Raven opts to go with me. Because he's a fighter.
So is the late I can't remember her name, the lady that's with us, is she gonna go do the trials by herself if we don't go with her?
Valine said that her goal is to do the trials, and that is what she is going to be spending her time doing. If you guys want to do whatever else, I mean, if she fails the trials, she's going to need a way to access this place. And only somebody who has beaten the trials, or possibly, if she's defeated her magic, will open the doorway and stuff like that. She's getting ready to go down that way, and then you've got Gon and Raven getting ready to go upstairs.
So do we want to let her do the trials by herself while we go kill the rock? I mean, she did kind of hire us to bring her here.
Okay, so what if we split up?
Splitting the party is always a good idea.
I concur. Nothing bad has ever happened by splitting the party. Ever.
Nope.
Oh, we all going our separate ways?
No. I vote against that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do I.
Let's take it. We don't have a clear leader, so let's take it to a party vote. I say we either go kill the rock, right? And just say, fuck this, let's go nuke this thing now. Because then we've solved the problem. Regardless of what happens, we've at least bought a lot of time.
Yeah.
We go with her to assist with these trials, which could be fun.
Well,
Can also use up
also,
all
let me
of
just
our energy and spell slots before we go face the rock too.
let me
Yeah.
let me just point something out real fast. She did just try to get into everybody. I'm pretty sure because you were just talking to her that she was trying to get into everybody's mind, and if she can get into everybody's mind, she can know where we're all at. Like she knows that we were in her castle, so it's possible that she might make it up to the rock if we're fighting the rock.
Yeah, or she'd at least be aware that we're fighting the rock and come join it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that is a very accurate deduction.
All right, let's go do the trials.
Alrighty.
So Gon looks like he's having a headache. And then he says, oh, okay, yeah, trials. And then we'll go ahead and just move him up there.
All right. I will just make it easy like this. Everybody's going to the trials?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you are walking down there, Valine is leading the way. Huge icy steps. As you go down, it is basically like the sheen of an ice rink. And what you see in the middle of that ice rink, just kind of hanging out, is a big walrus. And as it sees you
What?
come down, it raises its flipper and it goes, "Hey, hey guys, how you doing? You guys here for the trials?
Are you
Are you
Rufus?
Rufus?
How'd you guys know that? Wait, did she speak
You're
in your head?"
talking
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, guys, I'm Rufus. I'm kind of like the
Sweet.
caretaker around here.
Hi, Rufus.
Can't really go too far because, and then he starts kind of going along. He's like, I get out of breath easily. He's like,
Can
oh
I get a
god.
high fin?
He's like, I don't know about a high fin. You can get a medium fin.
I hold up my hand for a high fin. Well, a
He
medium
he
fin.
tries to make it up there. He's like, oh man, I gotta lay off the knucklehead.
So tell us about the trials.
Switch to salmon. It's
So
good fat.
you asked him about the trials, and he rubs his fins together, and he kind of like braids his stuff, and he's like, the trials are to test Oral's faithful. Many have tried, few have perished. I don't know if that's true. I just got here like 2 weeks ago. Some frost druids brought me in. They tell me to say this stuff. But anyway, there are 4 trials. And he points around to the room, and there's like, I think it'd be easier if I just started reading it out. So he's like, don't go past there. There's the queen's resting chambers. It's guarded by some very scary skeletons.
Ooh.
You say ooh, they use boat anchors for weapons. They're very, very scary.
Ouch.
Yep.
All right. So we are on, just to clarify, we're on the dungeon level, right?
Yes, you guys are pretty
And-
much bam, right there.
In the snowflake.
All right.
Looks cold.
It is. You have the test of cruelty, the test of endurance, the test of isolation, and the test of preservation. And as you look, the preservation part of the thing's like knocked off.
I can't read.
Which one do you recommend?
Headache
Like,
shapes.
so I don't notice anyways.
Well,
There's some headache shapes missing.
which test do you think you would want to go to
God
first?
just goes through this door.
Oh shit!
Wait,
Here we go.
God, what? You don't even know where you're going.
Which one is that?
That's never stopped gone before.
Can we all just go in, Rufus?
We've probably followed Gone into Worse.
So what's in this room?
Hold on just a second.
Death.
The walls of this oddly shaped room are etched with elaborate panoramas of winter scenes. Set into the back of the wall is a door inscribed with a large snowflake. A single word is carved on the lintel above it. And then I need to double check to make absolutely sure. Alright, that one's
John
that.
can't read it, so
The word's name is cruelty.
All right. Getting this over with right away.
Cruelty. Does the door remain open for all of us?
Yeah.
Hey,
So this other door right here is the one that you've got to go through. It looks kind of like it's regular dungeon door with like stones building up to a keystone. It's 20 feet tall. It's you'd have to pull on it to open it. Who
I'm
is
just
going to
saying,
go in for the test of cruelty?
it says cruelty, and if we have to kill puppies, I'm fucking out. I'm gonna go kill that rock instead, okay? I'm just pointing this out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going forward.
All right.
I'm gonna follow him, looking back at everyone like,
And
Alright.
Did you read the
Raven's
sign?
gonna pick up a Overwatch position because that's what archers do.
Yep, yep.
You coming,
I guess
Ryan?
I'll walk right behind you.
Wait, is Valine coming too?
Yeah.
All right.
Stand behind us, Feline.
Ladies first.
She gets ready to pass through that portal. She's like there at the precipice. Who's going through with her?
Boom.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be gone. Myself, uh, her, Ford, and everybody else, I'm guessing.
Is anybody
gonna-
staying back? All right.
That'd be a no.
I am
have-
going to.
should do this shit together.
Yeah, I guess everybody's going, huh?
Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of ice and snow. When your vision finally clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp, its tents holding fast against a raging blizzard. You make your way into a large central tent as a tribe of Goliaths have made their home there. They're speaking common to you, they're bringing you in. Outsiders, we need your help. My name is King Gunvald. I am from the Bear Tribe. Our provisions are running low. Many people will die. We have a solution. We are going to kill our elders and feast upon their meat and bones. And hopefully that will see us through enough of the winter that we can go hunting when the lands become ripe with reindeer again. I need you as non-tribe affiliates to accomplish this. And he waves his hand over there, and you see 4 elderly Goliaths, basically like stripped down to loincloths and boots, just sitting there. He's like, these 4 serve the least amount of purpose to our tribe. What do you do?
So would
What
I
do they-
know about
What do they
Goliath
say of
culture?
this?
Hold on, let's go with Matt first. What?
Yep.
Would I know about Goliath culture?
Give me like a general intelligence or like a history check. What are you trying to jive
Well,
with?
Meta knowledge, I know that the Goliath are very competitive and they're all about serving their tribe. And if the elderly members can't keep up and can't complete, then they would kill themselves or just allow themselves to waste away and die. So this would be more of like a mercy than anything.
What's your intelligence check or your history check?
14.
That jives with what you've heard in your travels and stuff like that. Goliaths do have a fair play thing where they're very competitive, but at a fair point, and they will also do what's best for the tribe.
Yeah. So the question is this is the test of cruelty?
I have a proposition.
Huh.
I believe they are right to make this call. because I think it would serve the greater nature, and I think it serves who they are. However, I would say that if you truly believe them to be the least useful of your tribe, then let them die in battle before serving you as food. It's a warrior's death.
Yeah. They need to earn the right to die to serve the tribe too.
And I think that jives with the nature Malinky divine barbarian side of me as well.
So you're proposing that they face off in battle against who?
Each other.
They're tribal leaders. It's a tribe. It's a barbarian tribe essentially, the Goliaths, right?
Well, they also don't want to do it. They don't want to get their hands bloody by themselves, so they probably want the outsiders to do it.
No, it's
So
Make the four elderly ones fight each other.
that. I guess that's an option. I was going to say that if a leader, I'd say that, whoever passes the judgment should swing the sword.
That's true. Yeah.
So if the leaders made the call, then he owes them the right of trial by combat. Then if they fall, they can serve their people one last time.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Ned Stark.
It's
That's a good call. Yeah.
It's about this time that you guys are sitting there talking with each other that you notice that you have like an iridescent snowflake above your heads. You've been marked by the Frostmaiden.
Is that good or bad?
Don't know yet.
I just shrug and look at him. What do you? That's our judgment.
So your solution to this is that the elders kill, or the leaders kill the elders themselves.
In combat.
In combat, they give them a chance to, trial by combat.
Does
And
anybody
if they lose, I mean that seems to fit all of the
Yeah, it fits with
necessities.
the Goliath culture. It fits with, like Don said, whoever,
So to clarify, these are older, withering. The tribe is starving, right? So
Yeah.
the idea, so it's survival of the fittest.
But you let him die with a club in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
May I suggest maybe offering one last meal for them? Got any more of that good berry?
I ain't using up shit on shit.
Yeah.
They use it up shit on shit.
I have 4 extra good berries because I got 8.
Well, I'm gonna rely on your guys' judgment on this since
Oh,
you know them better than I would.
Give them each a good berry.
Give me each a good berry.
Yeah, I'll give up one of my good berries for that.
I'll do that too. Whatever. So each of them can have a fucking meal, and then they can fight if they want, or whatever the fuck they do. But that's. You want my opinion? You told us what your problem was. That was the solution.
That way they can die with a full belly and a club in their hand.
The word on the door was cruelty. I don't think that's going to get us in. We're not going to pass if we don't be cruel.
I don't know if
That's
that's
what
what
I'm
it
thinking,
means.
Look at everything that she's done for everybody.
I think cruelty would be letting them, not killing them, letting them live, which means you got 4 more mouths to feed and then the whole tribe
Yeah.
starved. That's cruelty.
What's the expert in Arcana say?
You're talking about. You're talking about.
She
Valine?
seems to. Yeah.
I agree with
like-
Vernon. The the word on the door said cruelty, but I'm hesitant to act either way. I'm not even sure if this is real or not.
What? Of course it's not real. Have you ever worked with
Right.
wizards? Jesus.
Can I try to like detect illusion type thing? I don't know if there's like a thing that you can do without casting the spell.
This feels as real as anything else has ever felt to you.
Has anybody asked the elderly giants what they want? Just say.
Yeah, no. Okay. Let's ask them what they want. Hey, elderly giants,
You
what
want
do
a
you
hero?
want?
We want the tribe to be strong and to endure.
All right.
This is
Do you
what it
want a
means.
fighting chance in order to do that?
Come on. Where's your sense of competition? You gotta.
Do you want to go out swinging?
You're just gonna give up? Die?
If I kill the leaders, then the tribe loses direction.
If you kill the leaders, then they didn't deserve to be the leaders, and you can eat them instead.
Yeah, then you become the new leader. Look, I don't know about you, but barbarians where I come from value strength.
But who wants to try to give the persuasion for them to have a fighting chance?
I'll do that.
It's probably somebody other than me.
18.
18.
There we go.
The king agrees that he will arm them and that they will fight in one-on-one duels for the entertainment, and then they will eat the losers.
I'm gonna give.
And if a leader goes down, then the elder becomes the leader.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
think
go that far. They're spared
Yeah.
and they'll eat the other one.
Yeah.
Time
Well-
to pick a new leader if he dies against these elderly. Anyway,
Cool. We good? Next door.
Sounds like, don't mind if I do.
Over the next course of an hour, the king systematically kills every single one of them in solo combat. Blood drenches the fighting arena that they were around as those 4 elders are now being carted off. At the end of the hour, snow and a flurry overtakes your vision again, and you find yourselves back in that little antechamber. Valine is the only one that still has the little snowflake above her head.
she chose to do nothing.
Well, technically, we did nothing either.
Yeah, but we talked him into it.
It was a test of cruelty. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I chose to do nothing. And I guess, in certain situations, just watching stuff happen is the cruelest measure that a person can do.
Sounds about right.
I hope that was just a test. I hope that was just an illusion. It's sad to think that there's places out there that are still like this. But I recognized it. Those people bore the markings of the Goliath tribes. Of the Ragahead Glacier. If it was an illusion, it was very convincing.
So what now?
I still feel good about my actions. Which is probably the last thing I should in these trials. Let's go talk to Rufus.
You all go back out and you talk to Rufus, and he's looking at you guys in the eyes, and he's like, "You okay?" A lot of people don't come back from that thing with everything going on upstairs, if you know what I mean.
What's
Well,
that mean? As I point above her head.
What's in this door?
Hold on, Gon. Hold on. What's that thing above her head?
That is the mark of oral. It means that she's undergoing the trials. She's at least passed the first one.
and the fact that we don't have one, is that significant?
It it says that you didn't pass the test of cruelty.
Yeah, but we're just here to make sure she passes. So, what's in this door?
The one below you. That one is the test of preservation.
What are you guys seeing? The rooms. I don't see any room.
Are you looking at the right side of the map?
I'm looking at the whole map. I see where we
dungeon
were in
level?
the tiny hut.
Yeah, you see the snowflake shaped area?
No, I don't. I only
Oh,
see
zoom
the
out.
entry level.
Zoom out.
I'm telling you, I only see the entry level and the palace level. Everything else is blacked out except for the bottom right corner.
Hit the refresh.
Huzzah! My apologies.
It's all good.
We forgive you.
That's why I hadn't moved my character, because I didn't know.
I'll
I
say-
kind of was in the same boat. Like, I didn't really want to do anything. Only thing I was trying to suggest is that the person takes the leadership position if they were to win.
So, what's through this door?
That is the test of preservation.
Preservation.
Valine.
I think we're all going.
Yeah, might as well get this shit over with.
Valine gets ready to walk through. What's everybody else doing?
Going with her.
As you walk through the door, your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself at the edge of the camp, under clear skies. All fires from the camp are out, and the only sounds you hear is the flapping of loose tents as the wind hits them. On closer examination, it reveals dozens of corpses half buried in snowdrifts. It becomes clear that the massacre took place here recently. You hear the squawkings of buzzards coming from the middle of camp and see half another vultures picking two bodies outside of a larger tent clean. As they see you, they take to the air and you see possibly like a dozen vultures. A lone person is walking up, looks like spear in hand. Red smattering, and it looks like he's using the spear to like move flaps out, and he looks like he's looking for something.
I approach. Kind of hold up my hand.
Hello.
What happened here?
Looks to be a massacre. I'm looking to see if there's any survivors. Could you help me out?
So while Gon's talking, can I take a look at the bodies and tell how long they've been here? Like by how frozen they are?
They look recently deceased.
Yeah.
Are you trying to raise your hand, Jay, to ask a question? What's up?
Yes. I would like to investigate him and see if If there's something seems off about him, with the question that he just asked and all that. Like, I know you said there's smattering of red on him, but
And do
There's
like an
there's
insight
blood.
to see
He
if
looks like he's
lying.
been in a fight. He's clutching a bloody spear. Blood's dripping. He's like systematically going through the tents looking for something.
I mean like his spear, or is his spear the wounds that are on the person, on the people that are dead, like that
Yes.
type of investigation.
Yes. It's easy to put two and two together. He probably killed these people.
Hmm. So why'd you kill everybody?
It's really difficult out here during the winter, and we don't need the wolf tribe taking our game.
Or are these all Goliath?
Well, I don't know if you could consider them that. More inferior models. Come here. Come here. Where are you at?
I would like to attack this guy.
You're going to attack him?
Yes.
Let's ask him first before you do that what he's looking for.
So, I've got two competing events. I've got roll for initiative and I've got keep talking. Which one is going to happen first?
All right, here. This is the best way I can do it.
I vote
Ford?
initiative.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, we
Ford,
know you do.
odds or evens?
Evens.
We're attacking. I'm sorry. It was the dice roll.
Let the dice speak.
So that's the best way. I mean, in D&D, I think, figure out a tie like that. And yeah, I let loose.
So, let's get some initiative in.
So do I not
Lunge.
get an attack of opportunity? I'm just curious.
He is like expecting you guys to do something.
Awesome.
Like, he in order to get like an attack of opportunity, it's not so much saying that you attack first. It's more like putting yourself in an advantageous position, lowering the person's guard. Doing that stuff would get you an attack.
I thought because he was looking like in the tents and stuff and looking for stuff, that's why I thought.
Yeah. So the easiest
But
way
it's all
to
good.
the easiest way to resolve this is what I want to do is by going with initiative. And if you succeed him in initiative, then what we find out is that you ended up actually getting like the first attack.
I got a 13, so
All right. Everybody's up. Oh, hold on just a second. I gotta end this combat. And then add all these tokens.
Let me roll for Raven real quick. My bad.
Alright, so Vernon, what'd you get?
a 13.
13. Chauncey got a 19. Has anybody
Raven got
else rolled?
Raven got a 15. That was a
Gotcha.
custom roll.
Yep.
Oh.
Thane, what'd you get?
A 19.
19. And what'd you get, Gone? 6?
Dex.
Respectable.
It's how he rolled.
Don was so surprised Vernon attacked first. Flat-footed.
I mean,
Alright,
I
so
did.
It is Thame, Chauncey, Raven, Vernon, Valine, gone, and then we're gonna put in. Hold on just a second. Goliath Warrior. Add to combat. Alright, the Goliath Warrior is going to go before Gone. So the first one is Thame.
So I'm gonna move in between the Goliath warrior and I keep forgetting her name, the chick that's with us,
Valine?
Valine. And I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on the Goliath warrior. And I'm gonna try to do it in such a way to not catch anybody else in it.
Alright. We are going to be kind of using this for a rough approximation of where you guys are at. And then I will let you guys figure out where you are at. And if you said that you interjected yourself, there's that. So then I will go ahead and roll that dexterity save. What is the DC?
It is.
You got a 3, never mind. He is very fired up.
Sweet.
Advantage on attack rolls against him.
Correct. Is there anything else you're going to do on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna give Ghana Bardic Inspiration.
There you go. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright, next up is Chauncey, then Raven.
Alright, without even saying a word, I just launched 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Alright, anything above a 12 is hitting.
Yep. And we're rolling advantage?
Yeah, because of the fairy fire.
Alright, first one, 26.
That's a hit.
Alright. So that one's 13, and then plus 3 fire damage.
Gotcha.
And the second one, 20.
That's a hit.
And that one is for 10. And let's see. Reaction, bonus action. I just have to double check again. It's been a while. Alright. That'll do it for that round.
Alright, next up is Raven.
I'll go ahead and hit him with an arrow.
Gotcha.
Let me get a custom roll going here.
I believe he's
Sorry,
got
what was that?
he's got a plus
6.
10, 16. So that's
16. Okay.
Is he using any special
That's-
arrows?
3. No. 3 plus 5, so that's 8 on the first one.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit him again. That is a 23 for a hit.
Yep.
Sorry for my lateness.
And 11 for damage. Yeah, I just you're good, dude. I just fired for effect with Raven. And that is it for my turn.
Gotcha.
You get 2 attacks, don't you?
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
used both of them. He did a
Okay.
total of 16 or something, or fucking I don't know, 19.
Hell yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
Alright.
And that is my turn.
Next up is Vernon and then Villain. So Vernon, it is your go.
Alright. You murdered all of these people. You ruthless piece of crash as I throw my trident at him.
All right. Anything above a 12.
Dirty 20.
That's a hit.
11 damage. And then I call it back and throw it again. And this time it just squeaks by him and I call it back.
For a 14?
For a 14, yep.
14's a hit. Anything above a 12.
Oh, I thought it was a 16, sorry.
Nope. That's how many hit points he's at right now.
Oh, nice. Maybe I can knock that down a little bit more. Dang, that would have been nice. It was two-handed, but it's only one-handed, so it's 9.
All right.
It was 15 for for two-handed.
Gotcha. Is that your turn?
That's it.
Verlaine looks at him. Says, "Who are you looking for? What are you doing here? What are you trying to find?" That's her turn. He looks at you guys and says, "I don't need this shit. Let the brat perish." And he starts running away. He double moves. So he is like 60 feet away as he is trucking out of there. Next step is gone.
Did he disengage?
There was nobody close enough to him to get an attack of opportunity. So he just started running.
What's he sitting at?
Well, when I gave you guys the meta knowledge, he was at 14. Or 16.
He's at 7 hit points.
That is a very accurate assessment.
Okay, yeah, fuck this guy, javelin.
Okay. It is...
The back.
What's the range? Because he's like 80 feet from you.
All right, Raven's got him.
Run up, man. Run up. You got this.
Oh, it is 30 to 120, and I'm gonna go ahead and take. I think I can get within 30 feet before I launch it.
So it would take you... What's your movement? 30 feet?
30 feet?
Because he moved 60 and he was about 20 feet away from you. So if you moved up 60, he'd be 50 away, which means that the attack would still be a disadvantage. You can take it.
Well,
I mean, it's like an
well,
AC
well,
of 12.
Wouldn't it be a flat roll because of the
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be a flat roll.
Well, I'll do whatever you want, dude. It's
It
not a
would be
big deal
flat.
to me.
It would be a flat roll. Yeah, it's
it's
whatever
more of
you
a-
want. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Good
throw.
player.
I'm just gonna roll for the javelin. Do you want me to roll it at
No.
disadvantage?
Because of the fairy fire, you get advantage, and because of the distance, you get disadvantage. It's basically a wash. It's just a
Oh,
flat
okay,
roll.
cool.
Anything above a 12.
I got a
Which
26.
is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh.
8. The javelin
Plus-
sinks his...
That's enough.
6. 14 from my Colossus Slayer.
The javelin sinks
him to the
into his
ground.
back as he falls limply to the ground, unmoving.
Lay there and think about what you did.
I'm gonna start checking the tents for what he was looking for.
I'm gonna saunter over and retrieve my javelin and loot the body.
Gotcha. Basic warrior stuff. He's got like a small crude knife made out of like antler, and the spear that he has is normal. Other than that, he's wrapped up in furs. You start looking around, Chauncey, and it doesn't take you very long, but you guys end up finding what looks like a small Goliath child in rags, wrapped up in a snowbank. He looks
You mean
like
like
looks like he's in
baby?
shock. No. It looks like a preteen, like 10,
Okay.
11. Looks very much like just out of it, like traumatized. What do you
I'll
do?
call Valine over. Come help.
Help with what? I don't have any healing.
Are you hurt?
The child is just shell shocked. Not
Right.
answering, nothing's going on. They are just out of it. It looks like they are trapped inside of their own mind. It looks like they are just. They witnessed an atrocity and they just laid there trying not to speak or move while all this killing happened.
I'm gonna look at Valine and say, "Tell me to help him."
Okay, help him.
I'll go over and give him a good berry.
He you
Does
put
he-
it you put it in his hand and he just has it like in his hand. He's still looking forward, just shocked.
All right.
Hey, Gone, grab the kid, let's go.
Go where?
I'm gonna touch him with cure wounds.
How much do you heal him for?
12.
You see any wounds that he might have suffered closes. He kind of shakes out a little bit as he's looking around and as he's seeing the carnage that's laid before him. Tears start welling out of his eyes, rolling down his cheek, and as they're getting ready to fall, they turn into little.
Is this a what species is this kid?
He's a Goliath.
He's a Goliath, and based on how they're dressed, this is like another barbarian, right?
It is one of the people of the tribes. It looks like this is anybody from this area?
Valine.
Well, it looks like they're members of the wolf tribe. One of the more active Goliath tribes in the area. Well,
Okay.
used to be.
I'm gonna take the spear from the thing that I just javelined the fuck out of, and I'm gonna walk over to this kid, and I'm gonna get down about his level, which is kind of me bending over, and I'm gonna hand him this fucking spear.
You move towards him with the spear, and he becomes visibly distraught. He starts panicking.
I will
thrashing
step in
around.
front of you, say
Yeah.
no, gone, no, back up, and I'll pull out one of those tinkered toys that I was fiddling with,
Yep.
and I will be like, here, look at this,
He,
and let him play with it.
he kind of bats it away from your hand, and he starts moving back as he's trying to figure out what's going on. The tinkered toy drops to the ground, makes a little bit of a melodic noise, and it seems to kind of catch his attention. He stopped resisting, and he's now kind of interested in what's going on with that toy. But he doesn't know how to operate it, so he is not touching it.
Here, let me show you. I'll pick it up and I'll fiddle with it so that I'll show him how to play with it.
I'm gonna play counter charm.
You play counter charm?
Yeah. Just play some music and try to soothe him. See
It
if that helps.
it knocks him out of it, and as the music is kind of overtaking the area, he shakes off the fog in his head. He says, "Thank you. Thank you for rescuing me. My name is Eric's. I guess I'm the last surviving member of the wolf tribe."
Makes you the leader.
Is there anywhere you
Can you lead nothing?
Is there anywhere you can go?
I don't know. I'm not sure. And then, if almost catching the notes in the air, you hear a howl pierce from the distance, and then you start to see a pack of wolves approaching
Uh-oh.
towards the outside. One wolf in particular, a large dire wolf, starts breaking off from the pack and trotting forward. Stops about 20 feet away. Kid does not seem to be that concerned.
With the knowledge
Friend of
about
yours?
the wolves, yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm
do you
gonna
think-
I'm gonna
Hold on,
present
man.
myself. Oh, yeah.
Jay was saying something.
Sorry. Oh,
Do you think that with the knowledge of the wolf and of the wolf pack that we found out earlier, do we know if they're affiliated with the wolves like this? Or like I'm assuming that's how they got their name. I'm just curious about that.
One of the wolves does come up, and it starts to speak in common. And he offers to take the child to another tribe that they know about. And this will be their burden to carry.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Can we ask the child, are you okay going?
I feel safe with them. Now that
So
he's gone.
I'm
Keep-
just gonna
keep
I'm gonna
this.
hand him the spear from that kill.
I
Should say good journey.
don't want this. This killed my mother, killed my father, killed my entire family.
Then use it to avenge them.
We avenged them already.
Yeah. Go.
Here, take
Find your-
take this toy. Go with the wolf
Fucking kid.
and
All right.
preserve yourself. Stay alive. And remember this day.
Become strong so nobody can
And-
ever do this to your family again.
Exactly.
That's why I gave him
And
the
create your
spear.
own clan. And then I look around and see if there's actually a flag or like, a banner or something. And hand that to him as well.
You find some tanned hides with some markings on them, which would suffice as like a family thing.
Yep.
The kid mounts the wolf, and they ride off into the distance as the snow and all that other stuff overtakes your vision again. You are able to make your way back into the ice skating rink.
Does Valine still have a snowflake above her head?
She does.
Sweet.
Does anybody else have a snowflake over their head?
No.
I think once we failed, yeah. That's why I told her to tell me to help him, so she had some kind of responsibility for preserving that kid.
That's weird.
Gone, are you looking? What's in there?
Wait.
Yep.
Where'd Gone go now? Jeez.
Dude, he is not wasting any time. He wants to get that rock, I think. Get these trials over so he can go get his chicken dinner.
That one says isolation.
It's like
Oh.
can't read it. Here we go.
I wonder if Valine needs to do this one alone.
Do 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 do.
Hey, Gon. Hold on a moment.
Isolation gone. It says isolation. That means
All right. What are we
by
doing?
yourself.
I'll wait by the door, or the last. I'll wait by the portal. What's going on? What are we doing?
Valine, what do you surmise?
Well, we've been so lucky so far, and it seems that Gon does have an order to doing things. I'm perfectly fine with it as long as this endeavor's bearing fruit. She looks up at the little ice snowflake that she has above her head. Seems
Gon
like
looks
it still has a
perplexed.
chance.
Order, and then steps through the portal.
Gone, no! And he's gone.
Is everybody else going with him?
I think I'm gonna stay back on this one.
Valine said she wants us to come with her. I'm going to go with her.
Did she go in though?
She did.
Oh, okay. Let us go.
Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp under a clear sky. All the warriors in the camp appear to be sharpening their weapons. A large female Goliath with a saber-toothed tiger in tow struts up. She says, Arl has blessed us, she shouts to every single other warrior in earshots. The Frostmaiden has sent emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission.
All right.
Mission.
Yes. It seems that we have gotten word that a neighboring tribe has gone off to war, and we are going to raid their encampment while they're gone. What we need is you to stay here to make sure that our camp doesn't get raided in kind.
Okay.
Yep.
In
Sounds
my
like-
head, I'm like, I'm gonna raid your camp while you're gone. You dicks. I'm just saying. Like, if anybody was in my head, that's what I was saying right there. I'm just saying.
All right. Gon shrugs and follows suit.
She says that she will be gone for about 3 days.
Isolation it is.
Okay.
They start gathering everything up, and then they head out as the group of warriors are out there, leaving only you guys left. What do you do during that first day?
Are we in a cave or just open field?
It's
What?
basically like an encampment, so there's tents that have been set up and stuff like that. There's a
Is there a
few little odds and
viewpoint?
ends.
I'm gonna patrol the perimeter and hunt casually.
Do they have any kind of a tower and lookout tower of any kind, or a tall tree that they stand up in for lookout or anything?
Yeah, we'll say that they got one.
I would be up in there.
All right.
I'm gonna go night night. You ever go night night? I'm gonna go take a nap.
So what you're gonna need is it's going to be a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
For whoever's looking out or everybody?
Everybody.
Ooh,
Somebody roll that for me, please.
wisdom.
Yeah, I got you.
Look at that! I failed that.
So did I. 6s.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hell
You
yeah.
got another 6?
Does Raven have anything for his?
I just custom to 13. I was just trying to see what he had.
He's got a -1, so that's a 12.
Never mind. And then Gon.
Don is the wisest of us all. Never thought I'd say that.
So weird. Oh, my.
Statistically, that means I just used my crit for this game on that. But yeah.
Gone. You are watching as people are disappearing around you, like throughout the course of the day. Like wind blows through. Vernon, who was hanging out in a sleeping bag, like vanishes. Thane goes to get some firewood to put it on the fire and goes around the wood pile. Gone. Chauncey is telling some jokes, talking to Chud, and then the next thing you know, he's gone. And then you look up to see where Raven's at, and he's in like this tower, and then the wind blows through and he gets pushed out. Everybody who left is now back in the trial, as it is now just Valine and Gone there.
Can I use saving face to get a bonus?
Sure.
So how many allies were there?
Say 5.
5. So does 15 pass?
15 does pass. That's 15 on nuts. You are able to kind of shake everything off and keep going. So, Thame comes back with that stuff.
Word.
Rufus looks at you like, "Oh, you guys were gone for like a day. What's going on in there?"
Some weird stuff. Weird.
Do we get a long rest in?
If you took the
I went to sleep. That's what I said I was doing. So.
yeah, if you burn the stuff, you could. Yeah, absolutely.
You could burn a good berry, and it
Yeah,
counts as
I'll
a
burn
meal.
my final good berry because all the rest I gave away. So
All right, there you go. Yeah, you can get your long rest. So,
All right.
here's where
What's
we're
next?
at right now. This is the second day. We will take the people who are doing the test.
Uh-huh.
So let's go with Fame and Gone. Go ahead and give me those wisdom saves. This time it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
All right.
Ooh.
Damn.
yeah, look at you guys. Feeling so good.
Ooh.
Um,
About half the day. I don't know what everybody else who is back there is doing. What's Chauncey and Raven and Vernon doing?
I'm talking to the walrus.
The walrus is basically an awakened walrus who was utilized by some frost druids to kind of just be the caretaker of this place. He's very lazy.
He's a cool dude, though.
Yeah.
He is.
Just a happy guy.
I would like to try to maybe we could go through trial 1 again.
You try to go through the other trial door.
No, I'm talking to. You said, "What are we doing?" Like I'm talking to the guys, being like, "Hey, what do you think?" Raven,
Can you repeat
Chauncey?
a trial?
Ask
I'm
Rufus.
down for whatever.
he
Well,
said
yes,
he
but-
said he's surprised that people even came back. So, just saying.
Am I back yet? Are we doing the?
Well, we're doing what happened for the people who are back because, like,
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah,
real
yeah.
days are passing. So you guys are doing your best to get out of there, and then, like, Chauncey's talking with the walrus. Vernon's trying to talk about what's going on with the first trial. What's the word on that? What are you guys trying to accomplish within like some sort of reason? What are you guys doing for lack of a better word, like the day that you're there?
Hmm? Yeah. We're not leaving this area because they're still in there.
I'd hang out with the other guys and make sure all my equipment's good, prepare for the next journey.
All right. So you basically killing time. Got it. You guys are able to get a long rest in. As long as you burn your resources, like
What does the
Rations.
walrus say?
the walrus.
Yeah, about the trials. Like that was a curious question.
Can you redo the first trial?
Can you redo
Yeah,
the
can-
first trial?
Can you start over?
I don't think so. I've never had anybody try. Do you try to redo the first trial?
What do you think, Chauncey? Bowie, you want to try it?
We'll peek in the
Yeah,
door.
I missed it. Let's do it.
You go into the first one and you notice that you are unable to get through. It seems like that way is locked to you.
It's worth a
Yeah, we
shot.
tried.
So I think we're just kind of waiting, talking to the walrus guy, and making the best of the situation, waiting for them to come out.
Sounds good.
There is a third day that's coming up. Valina's not back. What are you guys doing?
Wait for her.
Long rest and wait for Valine, yeah.
All right.
She said that or it the guy said he was going to be gone for 3 days. So they're probably coming back. She'll be back by tomorrow, if not later today, is my guess.
Fourth day begins. Still no Valine. What are you guys doing?
This is problematic.
Yeah. Let's go back in looking for her.
I don't
We
think we
tried
can.
to.
We tried to go in the first door and it didn't open.
No. Let's see what happens when we try with this one.
You are unable to go through this door.
Oh man.
Is it magically how's it sealed?
Magic.
Just curious. It is magic.
How long do we want to give her?
Well, they said they were going to come back in 3 days.
Yeah. This is day 4.
And that means that you guys are down another 4 rations unless you guys are casting Goodberry. It's also very cold in here, and I'm taking it for granted that you guys are trying to do stuff to keep yourselves warm so that way you're not succumbing to cold-related injuries.
We'd be resting in a tiny hut.
I was gonna say we have Tiny Hut and Goodberry available.
Yeah,
As
we
well.
can use that for the time being.
Absolutely, you can. So there's your resources, and there's your place so that way you don't freeze to death. So what's everybody doing for the 4th day other than time passes?
So I am coming up with a plan of attack to storm this castle.
How often? She goes out every night, right?
She does pretty much as
So
the sun starts
exactly.
to set.
So I'm using that. I'm trying to find a way to time that, as well as like kind of her movements, and I want to see when I would have the best, the clearest shot to the rock for the longest period of time. Like I'm basically establishing pattern of life.
You notice that it is pretty much there throughout the entire day. It arrives pretty much around 8 o'clock in the morning. It leaves at about 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. Can I see the rock?
Yeah, it's up on top of the roof. There is
Okay.
a large nest that is in
Since
there.
it doesn't know at any point if I do this. Wait a minute. There might be a distance. For Hunter's Mark. There is not. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it. From there. And the reason I'm doing that is because with my favored enemy, I now know any of its weaknesses. Hold on, where's the fucking thing? Hunter's Lore. I know if it has any immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, and if they have any, what they are.
It would be a gargantuan monstrosity. And as for any special defenses or vulnerabilities, it does not have any of those.
Cool. That's it. That's all I'm really using that extra time for.
Gotcha. Anybody doing anything else? During this whole time, Oral has not talked to you or anything like that. She seems to be very distant, not engaging in any conversation since you guys said that you were going to take the trials.
So
Kicking around, you do see those skeleton guards look like they're guarding a tomb, and then there's another. Let me get on the map of that.
That'd be cool if we go take her shit out of her room. Sorry, that's the pirate in me. My bad.
You do notice that there are directly to the south of you, I will say down through here, since you pretty much had time, there looks to be a vault. This is the vault probably that Valine was looking for, that she's trying to gain entrance to.
So can we scout out the castle while she's gone?
Yeah, everything's revealed, so whatever you guys want to
Yeah. So I'm thinking what we can do is we can hide out in this area when she gets back and then go upstairs and kill the rock.
Yeah, that might be our best move. Just try to blitz it as soon as she's down. I would say if it comes to that point, I think we've got a good plan of attack. But when do we want to? When do we want to call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I just throw out that thing that I said earlier again? She's gonna know exactly where everybody is in her castle because she knows we're already there.
She
As
knows
well.
where she may not
She
know.
probably-
But if we were to do like what I was talking about like the rope trick thing up here where the rock is, it's possibility that she wouldn't know because we wouldn't really technically be there. Because doesn't that take us to like an ethereal plane,
It takes you to
Yeah,
another dimension.
another
So-
dimension? So I don't think she would be able to see us then. I'm
Yeah,
just
so
throwing it out there as an option
I mean,
Yeah.
we could
instead
do it
of
with
trying to
behind
hide
that
in
as
the
well.
castle.
So I just wanted to have like a blitzkrieg plan in place just in case. I think that we can probably still give it another day or two to. What do you guys say? 3 more days? What?
Yeah, I say she leave her in there by herself for 3 days and see if she comes out. And if she doesn't come out after being in there alone for 3 days, then she ain't coming out.
Well, that would be 7 days then, because it's day 4.
Yeah. So full week.
I wouldn't give her that much time. We need to stop this thing. And if what we need is in the south, in the vault down here, maybe we just try to go get that shit out of the vault.
Is the vault guarded?
The vault is not guarded. If you guys inquire about it, Rufus says that the faithful have access to the vault.
Okay.
I'm thinking you need a snowflake above your head to access the vault.
I'm guessing in that, or it's some sort of magical thing, whatever. Yeah, I think we've only got 2 options, and that is we either wait.
I'm gonna ask Rufus if he has access to the vault.
I haven't taken the test.
Ah,
I'm just here for the vibes, dude.
sweet.
And then he kind of.
Yeah, respect, man.
All right.
That's concerning if she's been in here this long.
Well, how long are you guys deciding to wait?
Yeah, I say 3 days. 3 more
3
days.
more
That
days?
gives her a full week, and then we decide to kill this thing. Because this is some weird. Because, look, when I was in there, it was doing crazy shit with my head. And I didn't know how long I was out there. So, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. 3 days.
She's already had that amount of time. I think that's too much time. I still say maybe another day.
Well, it is the trial of isolation, and some of us
Oh.
were in there with her. So maybe she wasn't isolated enough. So she needs to be in there by herself for the 3 days in order to pass the trial.
And pass that saving roll each time. The
Which-
her savings.
If it was 3 days by herself, then that would be one more day on top because you guys came
Okay.
back day 2.
Yeah, let's give her one more day. Yeah, we're giving her one more day.
One more day passes, she is not back.
Okay. Well,
We tried.
I will say, what are you guys doing? Are you trying to launch your daring attack? Are you waiting another day? Are you interacting with anybody besides Rufus?
no. I mean, there's nobody else to really interact with. I think.
We could see what those skeletons want. If they can
Okay.
talk.
What they want?
The super
No,
scary.
if they can talk.
The
the
skeletons
super
up
scary
to the
anchor
north.
wielding skeletons. Something tells
The-
me that they're just going to attack anything that comes near that place.
That's the impression that you get, especially if you go near. They kind of become alert, and then as soon as you pull back, there's like a threshold to which they will and won't follow you.
Okay.
I'm good.
They're just
Oh,
mindless sentries.
There does
it
seem to be past them what looks like a humanoid, or I'm sorry, not humanoid, a frost giant female encased in a solid block of ice. Looks like a final resting place. That's what they're guarding. And then beyond that is another sealed door.
You want to fuck them up?
Yeah, maybe this
Wait, they're
giant
guarding it?
queen.
They are guarding it.
Maybe
Rufus
she's
says
overlooking
that that's the
castle.
old frost giant queen who used to run this place before it went into disarray and Oral took it over. It's like that's
Yeah.
her final resting place, and they're her guards.
hey, Rufus.
They're pretty chill. They don't mess with anybody as long as you don't mess with them.
Hey, Rufus.
Yeah.
What happens when somebody completes the trial? Do they come back here?
They do. If
So
you
they will
fail, you
appear
come
right
back,
here.
and if you pass, you come back. Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard of
So-
people taking a while.
Like, how long? What's the longest?
The longest I've ever seen anybody, it was a 10-day. It was an entire week.
Ooh.
All right, let's do that. Let's do a 10-day.
Or just wait it out. I mean. Oh,
It's-
yeah.
You guys
Wait.
good for waiting it out?
We're gonna wait it out.
You wait it out, and she comes back on the 6th day. She looks extremely frazzled, as if she's got what looks like a humanoid doll that has like fixtures to it and stuff like that. It's been mocked up to look like a kobold. She's talking to it. She's like,
Wilson.
I don't know where you
Wilson.
went. You guys went away for so long. I was left, and they said they'd be back in 3 days, but it took them 6. I guess their raid was successful, and then I was here. Oh my God! How long? How long has it been?
It's only been
3 days. Let's go.
3 days? Oh my God! My animals.
It was a total of 6
kobolds.
days.
Do.
Where did?
I take it.
Does Valine still have the snowflake?
She does. She still has a snowflake. Are you trying for the next one?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
What do you
surprised
need,
God's
Billy?
not already in there already.
Everybody
Valine,
else?
do you need a? Does Valine need a good berry? Does she need something to?
Nope. She's subsided. She's good.
Alright.
Yeah, we're and his fizz and hers fizz and Murderface are all dead too. Pretty sure.
All right. Green light, go.
Is everybody
Oh.
going through there?
Might as well. What's this one called again?
The test of endurance.
Oh boy.
Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself in a raging snowstorm, standing at the edge of the ragged tribe's camp in the process of being dismantled. Nomads work feverishly to tear down the tents and pack them into dog sleds. A few of them spot you and brandish their weapons. A tall figure amongst them calls out, "We shall not lie down and die for your pleasure, emissaries of Oral. Begone, you vultures."
We don't want your shit.
One seems to walk forward. "My name is Jarud of the Elk Tribe. I make decisions for the tribe. What do you want?"
To endure.
"You wish to help us move our camp to greener pastures?"
Yeah, we can do that. Where are you moving?
"We are going to be marching for an entire day to our new campsite."
Okay.
You guys think we can keep up with some Goliaths on a march?
I can.
And Gon just moves to the front of the line and grabs something
Yep.
heavy and
Yeah.
starts
Raven.
dragging.
Same with Raven. He goes
Yeah.
up, does what. Starts helping, picking up stuff.
Alright, so
Following
this is
suit.
just going to be a series of endurance tests for anybody else that's passing through. So the first 8 hours is nothing. That's just normal time, normal march. About the time that you start to feel tired and everybody starts to feel tired, they're walking a little bit more. At this point, I need everybody to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. And if anybody got below, what did I say, a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody got below a 10, you are going to take 1 level of exhaustion.
And if you have a Warcaster, you get an advantage on that.
Only if you are trying to maintain concentration of a spell. You need resilience in order to get regular advantage on your Constitution saves. So if you got below a 10, you are able to make it that first hour. So keep track. You are now in the 9th hour.
How is Valine looking?
She's looking okay. She's looking like she's plodding through. She's not carrying any extra equipment. She's not helping out at all. She's just marching. The next hour, it's a DC 11. So go ahead and make those checks. And then let me know if you fail.
I failed.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my I'm gonna use that bardic inspiration.
That happened days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, when's it wear off? Is it like
after, yeah, it wears off after an hour.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right.
You remembered at one time that he had been very inspiring to you, but it did not work out for you.
All right. No, cool. That is a throw.
Alright, and now we're at the 10th hour. It is going to be a DC 12.
That one I'm good.
11th hour, DC 14.
Damn it.
Anybody at 3 levels
didn't
of
mean to-
exhaustion?
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't mean to roll
how's-
at advantage.
how's
but I got
Raven
a
doing?
16.
Raven's good.
How is Raven doing?
I forgot I was supposed to be rolling for him. My bad. What's his constitution?
Constitution is a
Plus 4.
1, but his saves it +4.
Saves it +4. All right, hold on a second. There's number 1. So 17, good.
That's for 10.
Crit,
11.
good.
Next is 12.
And
That's
14.
+4.
That's good.
And then a
No,
14.
that should be good. So he should be good all the way through. So he's fine.
Yeah.
Good rolls.
Let's see. That was
You're welcome.
12th hour, so I believe
16, 15.
DC
Kind of
15.
buff.
DC 15 for the 12th hour.
Fuck.
I am at
Alright.
3 levels of exhaustion.
How's Raven do?
Does healing word remove exhaustion?
No, there is a specific spell,
Yeah.
and it's like lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration. Sorry.
That's all good. I'm happy that you know that. That's good. That's good planning.
I've passed everything.
All right. Has anybody hit the 4th level of exhaustion yet?
I haven't hit 4 yet. I'm at 3.
All right.
Did you roll for Raven?
Yeah, he's good.
All right. 13th hour, DC 16.
Great.
I am now at 4th level.
That's my
I'm-
first fail.
Fame, you get blinked back. You have 4 levels of exhaustion. Time has passed.
How'd Raven do?
He's fine. He's
So,
17. He's good.
All
so
right.
I need a meal and a long rest, and
Got
I
a
lose
good
1 level of
constitution.
exhaustion, right?
Yep. A meal and a long rest will take care of 1 level of exhaustion.
Alright.
And now the 14th hour is a DC 17.
All right.
Oh.
Whew. Meets it, beats it. And
Oh, why did it stop like that?
At
I would
this
like to
level,
cast lesser restoration on myself.
that is 1 for Raven.
You cast lesser restoration on yourself?
Yes.
I'm just going to take it for advantage that you had that spell prepared.
I do. I do have that spell prepared.
Alright.
It's an artificer spell that's on there.
Gotcha. So, at the end of it, who's got how many levels of exhaustion? Because you have made it to the end. Valine
I
Raven
have-
has
you.
one.
Raven has 1. I have 3.
Thame is back. Everybody, the whirling begins to coalesce around you as you are brought back in. Valine shakes off the cold. I never want to do that again.
Yeah, that was rough, guys.
I'll throw my arm around her and kind of do the friction rub on her shoulders,
wait,
help her get warm.
does this mean you passed?
I believe so. I still have the snowflake.
Do you feel any different, or how do you know? What do we do?
Dr. Rufus.
Rufus is like, if you can open the door, you've passed. She starts to walk down towards the door. She puts her hand on it, and it gently opens up.
Can we all follow her?
Are we allowed?
Rufus is like, yeah, members of the faithful, they get access. And I guess it's just like holding the door open for anybody else.
I'll go. I'll follow.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'll follow.
totally.
I'll also be right back.
I'm gonna help Thane.
Oh.
Does he keep the exhaustion?
Yeah, everybody still keeps the exhaustion unless you got
All
something
right.
for it.
Seeing he's heavily fatigued, I'm gonna go over and assist him if he wants it.
Assist him with what?
Well, I mean, 4th level exhaustion. He could probably hardly carry his shit.
You basically get like a -2 to all your rolls, and then you're down 20 feet for movement.
Oh,
There's
okay.
not a lot
Never
of
mind.
stuff going on. All right, I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
pause right here, and then we'll pick it back up in just a little bit. I figure this is a good time for everybody to take a break.
Yeah, 33 miles.
All right, we are back as you guys are at the very, very front of that area. She's able to open the vault, and
Nice.
the passage leads into an amble-shaped room with doors set into the far wall. Flanking the doors on the bias relief are two male frost giants have been defaced and their features chipped away. Newer carvings above the door depict glowering heads of an owl, a wolf, and a goat. So
Cool.
she's able to get into it, and then she goes into the next little antechamber room. You guys are free to follow.
All right, I'll follow.
I'm gonna look around to see if I see the book
The book,
that
it's
she's looking for.
it's not in there. She thinks that it's possibly past the next thing. What's in the area that she just went into and everybody else did is arranged about this room are 3 tablets of ice, each 10 feet tall, 7 feet wide, and 1 foot thick. They sit upright in stands that are carved from ice. Script has been chiseled into the surfaces of each tablet. Another door stands in the middle of the far wall. There are inscriptions on them, and they are written in common.
What did they say?
The first one says, "Cruelty. Compassion makes you vulnerable. Let cruelty be the knife that keeps your enemies at bay. Endurance. Exist as long as you can by whatever means you can. Only by enduring can you outlast your enemies. Isolation. In solitude you can understand and harness your powerful potential. Depending on others makes you weak." And then preservation. Each flake of snow is unique, and that which is unique must be preserved. She
I like it.
walks down a little bit further into the next chamber, and this chamber is a dome ceiling engraved with a giant snowflake, 2 something or others depicting a towering woman standing on either side of the door at the south of the wall. In the middle of the room is a 5-foot tall claw-shaped lectern with a white-covered book resting on it. And that's when you see her eyes get really big. She says, "It'll take me a little bit of time to learn the incantation and to do what I need to do. You've got about 10 minutes if you need it. What's everybody else doing?"
I'm gonna ask her or I'm gonna see if this door opens, or if I need her to do it.
Wait, 10 minutes till what?
10 minutes for her to copy what she needs out of the book.
Oh, okay. So we just need to buy her 10 minutes. Too easy.
Can you open this other door first before you do?
The other door, right? Sure. She walks over, she pushes it open. The further one down. You see beyond the door is a small room filled with mist. Chunks of broken ice cover the floor. There's a large snowflake on the roof, and you can almost hear things, almost like voices. It's kind of like a whole bunch of people have their radios on at once, and then every once in a while something comes through. It seems that there are also a few looks like human-sized ice sculptures in there.
That's not good.
Yeah, let's just close the door.
Are they nude?
Now they
But
look like they're clad with adventurer's gear, but it's very difficult to be able to see anything from that far away. Perhaps if you went into the room, you could see a little bit more.
Does the room look empty inside other than that?
I will stop Gone before he does that. I will actually grab your hand and pull you back, or your arm and pull you back, and like, no, don't do it. No, we're so close. Besides, don't you want to kill the rock? What if that
Uh,
just turns you to ice?
all right. Kill.
Yeah, kill the rock. Don't
as
get
you
shown
step
frost.
in, you hear, because I will give you the first step in. You hear Oral in your head. She says, "Do you seek my blessing? Do you flirt with death to perchance gain more power?"
I like flirting.
Huh.
I'm gonna flirt.
Is Gone the only one that hears that?
You're the only one that went in.
And that's when I'm pulling you back as well.
All right. So I remember the emblem on my hanging from my chest, and I need no other goddess's blessing, and I communicate that back and turn and step back.
All right. Ten minutes passes, and she is 10 minutes passes, and she gets what she needs out of it. She's like, "Okay, I think I have everything that I need. We can make our exit."
Okay.
Well, rather than shuffle pieces around, she's gonna try to head to the dock. What are you guys doing?
Do
I still
we wait a minute? Are we
kill the rock.
still gonna kill the rock? Do we need to?
Is it daytime or nighttime right now?
God, we'll say that it is in the middle of the day. It's like 2 o'clock, so the rock is in its nest.
Can't she stop? Can't she stop all this with that book?
The book gives her the passage that she needs to speak in order to part the glacier to go into the lost city of Netheril to try to find an ancient artifact.
Is there anything else in that book?
She got what she wanted out of it. She's leaving the book. She's got the blessing, so she can come back anytime she wants if she needs to keep looking.
So this, all right. Well, that doesn't help us with the fucking.
Can I
Right.
flip through the book?
You start flipping through the book. Precursory reading, you know that it's magical.
Because I'm a wizard initiate. I should be able to read it.
It's obviously magic. In order to read it, it's gonna take you a while to ascertain that stuff. It took her 10 minutes to flip to the section that she needed and grab a page and copy it down.
All right.
And that wasn't even anything. She wasn't even transferring a spell. It was literally just words.
So wait a minute. Does her having this book like solve the problem? Does that like win the day, or do I still need to go kill something?
And she's looking for an ancient artifact. We don't know what it is.
If you are
What if
you're kind of asking about like how you guys win, you originally contracted to bring peace and stability around to the 10 towns, which is now pretty much just Bryn Shander because everything's just been completely decimated
Right. Yeah. I
due to a
remember when we
Chardalyn
did
dragon.
that. Yeah.
So she's gonna keep flying and casting her spell.
So yes, we do need to kill the rock.
All right. I can't have that. that goes against the balance of nature. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna kill that fucking bird.
Okay.
And Gon begins to
Well, hang on,
Oh.
hang on.
head for the
hang on.
steps.
Hold on.
Let's do this smart, Gone.
Also, we've been in here for a few minutes. I was gonna ask you, is there anything else in this room, or is it just this book?
In that room is just the book. The one previous to that was 4 large tablets that were stuff written in common, and then what looks like down to the south of that is the chamber where the faithful receive their blessings.
Can I take the book?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You guys are gonna try to take the book?
I don't want the book.
Anybody who wants to take the book, are you trying to make it obvious? Are you trying to sleight of hand it? It's basically the size of a spell tome. Valine is kind of like, okay, I got what I need. I'm gonna see you guys at the docks, and she starts walking out. So
Yep.
she's leaving for the docks.
We'll meet you there, and I'm gonna head up the steps.
Hang on, Gone.
I've got a plan.
Care to share it with the rest of us?
Yep.
Is it
All
just
right.
going and
Like
killing
before
the
you
rock?
walk up?
Walk and talk. Walk and talk. Who can cast silence?
I can.
So that's our first step. We're gonna shut that thing up, and then we're gonna rush in and hit it as hard as we possibly can. And then melee is what's gonna bring that down, but we need to be able to silence the entire upper level as we're going in and as we hit it.
So silence only works on a 20-foot sphere. So I can silence its head.
20 feet though? That should be enough to get a 20-foot sphere. Should be, how big is this thing?
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan.
So I can silence its head.
What can we do to incapacitate it?
It in and of itself owns a 20-foot sphere. So I would say that if you cast it on where the rock's at, that it would be inside of that 20-foot sphere.
As
Okay.
long as it doesn't move.
So we could potentially at least silence it, right? That's all I'm trying to do right off the bat, so it doesn't
Well-
call for mama.
So have you silence it? Have Raven like do the entanglement thing so it like locks it to the ground? I don't know.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then we just wreck fucking house on its face. I don't know.
Yeah.
So real quick, my thing has a DC 10 and it's gargantuan, which means it probably has a plus 10 strength. I don't think that's gonna work.
I think if we just hit it as hard as we can, as fast as we can, and keep it from taking off, we should be good. That's our biggest problem, and is keeping it from alerting mama, and then keeping it from taking off.
This is like an ant trying to stop us.
All right, what if I just smack you on the ass, say good luck, you got this, big guy, as you enlarge,
Oh shit! Yeah, enlarge. There you go.
and then you go up and smack the shit out of it, and I fucking I make some, stab it with a fork a couple times,
All right, let's go.
tenderize it.
All right, so we're just gonna Leroy Jenkins this shit. All right, so hey, we're heading up the stairs, I guess. All in agreeance.
I would like to be able to fly as well. Just before we walk out the door, I'm gonna pop my wings out.
Okay. I am going to Can I cast a couple spells on my way up those steps?
You know, we basically have to walk by the Frostmaiden to get to the rock, right?
Is that how this works?
Yeah.
That is true because she is in that throne room.
So my
That's
idea,
why I'm thinking we could wait until like tonight.
yeah, we wait till tonight.
She goes off, and then
We,
we set
we
everything up just before
set
she
up
gets
right
back.
here behind these stairs where she won't see us in the tiny hut where her magic can't pass through. So she won't be able to sense us.
Okay.
And then we wait.
Shit, if we're gonna do that, we just do that upstairs, like
Well,
right
she'd be
next
able
to
to
the
see
rock.
the tiny hut, though. She'd be able to see it. We'd have to do it somewhere she
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
see it.
I got you. I got you.
So we do it behind the stairs here. We wait. They get back at 8. We wait till 10. Give her enough time to get settled and get relaxed. And then we get out of the tiny hut and charge upstairs and fuck up this bird.
All right.
So I'm saying it's like 2 o'clock in the day.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing to prepare? Because Valine is nowhere around you.
We should rest. So we're
I'm
exhausted during the fight.
I mean, I'm fine with everything. I'm ready to go, man. Like,
Well, I've got 4
I'm good
levels
to
of
cook.
exhaustion. So
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
we've got
Let's
people
knock
that have
some of that
exhaustion.
down.
So 8 hours would be 10 o'clock at night, and they've been flying for 2 hours. And then can we do another long rest?
You
At
can
that
only
point?
benefit from 1 long rest per 24 hours.
So 24 hours.
how long were they gone after I got kicked out? Was I able to get in a long rest while they were gone, or?
They made it like another hour or 2.
Okay.
And then you guys traipsed through and started doing stuff. This place is very, very... Like, if it wasn't for your tiny hut, you'd be probably succumbing to exposure.
Okay, wait a minute. I got an idea. Pass without trace.
So,
That
I
just
like
gives us
the way that you're
advantage on
thinking.
stealth, though.
But, yeah, and also, like, in order to utilize stealth, you have to be able to make yourself hidden. So if you're passing right in front of her,
Can't see
don't have any...
you can't see me. I
Yeah.
can't see you, you can't see me.
Are there any wind? I guess we could just fly up.
Some of us could.
I think practically everybody does have flying.
All right, then here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go fight this bitch and distract her so you guys can run up there and kill that fucking bird.
Absolutely fucking not.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I can hold her long enough for you guys to put that thing down.
She's
Long enough for like 3
Uh,
seconds for you to die. If you
Yeah,
go
okay.
straight up 1-on-1 against a god, she's literally a god.
You're not that strong, Holmes.
I love you, Gon, but
Well,
that is straight suicide.
okay.
We appreciate, but let's try other means first before we do that.
Let's just fly up and fuck this rock up. The best thing we can do.
Wait a minute.
So I'm not going to be able to do shit, guys. I've got
Hey,
4 levels
I-
of exhaustion.
I'm talking about after our
Just
long
as
rest.
We do need to rest.
That'll still be 3 levels of exhaustion.
Better than 4.
We need to go on vacation for a week, guys. He's fucked up.
I was wrong. It's greater restoration.
So here's my take is I think taking this thing out. So all we need to do is get past one level she's at to get to this thing, correct?
Yeah, but if the stairs come out like right in front of her throne, basically, and we have to walk right past her to get to the stairs to go up to the rock.
can we go out the out? Can we go on the outside of the fucking thing? Can we exit through a window or something and then
Yeah,
climb up
I'm
the outside?
I'm gonna fall to my doom trying to make the necessary
So
checks to
this
scale
thing's
the
made
side
out
of
of
the
ice.
building.
If you guys had climbing gear and stuff like that, you might be able to, but I mean, going off of pretty much every single level is 30 feet. That's 60 feet up to the battlements.
So
So
basically, if we don't wait until I'm not exhausted, every plan is going to involve me dying.
yeah, let's we can obviously we can work that in as best we can.
How long
Uh,
does your rope trick last?
I
An
can't
hour.
cast it anymore.
What do you mean you can't cast it anymore?
I when I took a different subclass, I lost that skill.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
but
Tiny Hut will do the same thing Rope Trick will. It doesn't bring us into another dimension, but magic can't pass through it. Spells and
so
other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it.
Okay.
how many of us can fly?
Two,
Raven
I
Think of
can.
believe.
Dragonborn and Chauncey.
Can somebody just drop me on top of this thing?
Yeah, that could work. I'll let practically anybody lift you.
Let's try for an aerial assault.
Bowie's contemplating life.
I'm so tired.
He just got home, so yeah, he's like, oh, thank God.
Well, I tell you what, it's 9 o'clock right now. So, I'll give you guys the session. I think we're fast forwarding like 6 days and putting us at noon on that day.
All right.
Let's see what that looks like.
I want to kill this rock right now.
Yeah, I say somebody just airdrops me on it right now.
I'll drop you while turning you, enlarging you, you know?
We're gonna try that. All in favor, say aye.
I see us come up the stairs.
So there's two ways that we could go about this. We could do it next week, or we could try to finish the fight tonight, gentlemen. What do you say?
I mean, I'll keep pushing. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna have to
Really?
drop.
Oh.
I got an early start tomorrow, so I gotta get to bed. But
That's
So
that's
next
fine,
week
man. Let's
Yeah,
Yeah.
next week is cool too.
Alright, if we're doing good, it is 2 o'clock in the
Well-
afternoon on day 25. And that means
I-
that they will be
can I
leaving-
just say this? If the plan is for someone to fly gone up to the nest, can we do that at least to see what that's gonna be like, and then end it there?
Yeah. If that's
Yeah.
what you guys decide.
I'm down.
So I say that
Yeah.
the rest of us are hiding in the tiny hut.
I will fly him up if that's what he wants.
Well, I'm gonna cast enlarge on him while
Oh
he's-
yeah, you should fly him up then if you're gonna do enlarge.
Yeah.
So enlarge is going to add weight to him, and at that
Well,
point, he might be
drop
more
him.
than his.
No.
carrying
I'm
capacity.
saying I'm gonna drop
Oh,
him,
drop him and then
casting it.
got it.
Like that's the last thing I'm
Pat
doing.
him on the butt on the way down.
Get him, big boy.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourself in the palace wherever you are hiding.
This is
We'll
gonna be
give you that
crazy.
little bit of thing. And we're saying that this is happening at the same time that you guys have that Valine is out. How long did you guys wait from Valine to now?
Long enough for me to not be exhausted.
Well, that's 4 levels.
4
It's gonna be
days.
4 days.
That would be 4 days that you guys would basically be staying
Well,
here.
We can't
One
wait
level
that
of
long.
exhaustion doesn't really have an effect, though, right?
So it's gonna be like negatives to your attack, saves, and diminish your movement.
Even just one level?
Yeah, it's gonna give you like a -2.
Okay, so then yeah, 4 days. So otherwise, I might as well just sit this fight out.
All right, so I will say that you guys can take 4 days, but Valine is not there anymore. Like she's
left.
gone, and when you guys start setting up, like she does not return. So she is outie 5,000.
Can't say I blame her. This is pretty stupid. Did she wait for us at all, or did she just immediately bail?
You guys don't know. You didn't. You just know that during the 4 days it took for you guys to get back up to 100%, she never came back looking for you.
Just meta knowledge. Did she bail immediately, or did she at least wait for us a little bit?
She waited around for like an hour and then summoned, and then basically teleported away because she was like, "All right, they're still here. I've got exactly what I need. I'm gone."
She paid us in advance, right?
Nope,
No?
of course not.
Whoops.
I have a feeling we'll meet up with her again if we survive this.
All right, we'll say that Raven is there with you guys, and then Chauncey, where are you at? Grand scheme of things, you with the rest of the group?
Oh yeah, I'm by myself for whatever reason. Everybody, wherever everybody else is, I guess. Yeah.
And then who's that right there? That's gone.
Are we flying? Yeah, we're flying
so,
up.
hey, as we're flying up there, I'm gonna get a couple things casted. Cast. Bark skin and magic weapon.
All right. Any of those concentration?
Nope. As well as long strider. Oh wait, I only need one of those. And spiny shield. Oh wait, nope, that's a reaction. I was thinking of something else. Never mind. Okay, so just those three.
Gotcha. So, here's the way that I'm looking at it. Vernon is bringing Gon up there. How far up are you before you drop him? How far up above the rock's nest are you guys?
How far do you want to fall into him?
Every 10 feet is 1d6 bludgeoning.
The rock is gone.
To the rock or gone, yeah.
If you landed on it, I would split it between you two.
That's what we're trying for.
What d6? 13. Let's go with 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yep.
Alright. So here's the way that I'm looking at it. We're going to do initiative is going to be adding all you guys.
Well, they can come in higher than 30 feet and just drop down to 30 feet before he drops them to try to get a sneak attack in.
It's gonna be hard to do with a fucking huge ass bird like that.
It is kind of hella obvious that like somebody's holding some, and then like people are falling. But
But assuming the rock is sleeping too.
Nothing to see here.
Well,
Can we?
Oh yeah.
we'll go
Can we
for
have,
some
like-
initiative though. whatever
we
you
have
guys roll
Bard
for
play
initiative.
some Ride of the Valkyrie as we're coming in on this?
I'm downstairs. Otherwise, I would.
It's going
All
through
right.
message. All right,
I got an
Gon got an
11.
11. Anybody taking 10, or are you guys doing
11.
Got it.
Well,
Even if I took 10, I would get an 11.
Fame got a 7. Raven, I don't know what's going on with Bowie. We'll say that he
Yeah,
He's
I'll
taking-
roll.
Can you roll for me real quick? I'm not quite in the house yet.
I got you, bro. That's a 19 plus whatever your dex is plus 5. That's a 24, bro.
Sweet. Thanks, brother.
Absolutely. Of course, I roll really good for you.
24. All right. Raven is waiting. The rock is there. It is Gon's turn. As
I am
It's-
using a bonus action to activate my rage.
all right.
And
bombs
attacking
away.
this thing. I'm coming down with my sword.
All right. So you said 30 feet.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll me 3d6.
All right.
Did you concentrate on any spells?
Nope.
Okay. So we don't have to worry about that.
Nope.
$13. All right. So you're gonna take 6, and it's gonna take 6.
And
Good.
he's also enlarged, if that
Right.
matters.
Nope. We're splitting the damage. So all right. You land down, and then that's where we'll pick it up from there. You've landed. Damage has been dealt. First blood has been drawn. And then we will be going from there. So,
Nice.
Way to go, Rambo.
yep, we got something to look forward to for next week.
Nice.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, guys.
See how this goes.
Sorry I was late.
We'll forgive you this time.
Later, guys.
Said the guy that was late last time.